Well, back to SmackDown. So they had a Money in the Bank qualifier, Bianca and Chelsea and Mia Yim. I don't care. And then we come to another situation where they were in the back, Brian, and there was Grayson Waller doing a promo, and our boy Austin Theory is home. I hope he's not hurt now. But he was talking about tonight's Money in the Bank match where he was going to be doing this, that, and the other thing. And then here came Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, a.k.a. Johnny Sameface, and they were venting their frustrations at each other when suddenly there was a knocking on the garage door behind them. What the fuck? And somebody opens up the garage door, and there is Drew McIntyre standing over CM Punk's bloody body, laying at his feet. And he jerks him up, and Fireman's carries him, and he carries Punk unconscious and bloody into the building, through the gorilla position, and into the arena, and the people are booing the shit out of him. And the game face that Drew had on was like this: "Hey, I've got your hero." Looked like one of those goddamn medieval people in the medieval movies. What are the medieval movies? The goddamn medieval times, the jousters.
The medieval people, sure.
The medieval people. "I've got your king." And he dropped him in the entranceway, and the way he dropped him, I was like, fuck, it looked like Punk almost broke his other elbow. And then he knelt down, Drew McIntyre did, and jerked a bracelet off of Punk. And then here comes Aldis and the referees and the agents, and Aldis shoves McIntyre back, and McIntyre shoves Aldis and gets a pop. So now they've even got the authority figures over. And they exchange harsh words, and Punk was letting his bleed. McIntyre has bloody knuckles. Punk has blood from his mouth and on the side of his head. And I got to give it to him. I'm pretty sure he probably didn't go back in the parking lot all by himself and get fucking juice and gig his tongue or whatever. This was probably a little Hollywood blood, but it looked better than I've ever seen the Hollywood blood look, didn't it to you?
Yeah, I thought it looked really good. It was actually more graphic than most of the blood you would see on TV from WWE. Him sitting there just gurgling up the blood a little bit on the ground, not sitting there laying there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something.
So this looked halfway fucking decent. If you're going to have the Hollywood blood, at least do it right.
The faces of everyone as Drew McIntyre was walking through the back out to the arena, just all the different people, like everyone sold it. Everyone's face sold it. It was good.
And then they immediately, the referees and agents are down there, and they bring out EMTs with a backboard. They go to the break. They come back. Well, here's what happened. He's been taken out in an ambulance, and Punk, load him in the meat wagon, and off they go. So what is the date of SummerSlam? Do we remember what date SummerSlam is going to be presented this year?
Saturday, August 3rd, 2024. SummerSlam. Feel the heat.
Well, son of a gun. It's only about 7 weeks away now. Right? Not even. 6 weeks, maybe. So remember what I said? You asked me, you said, well, shouldn't Drew get something back on Punk? And I said, yes, but I would hold on until I could be reasonably certain that I'm going to be able to promote the match before it would get stale, right? I have a feeling they've got their date, and they decide it won't be stale between now and then. And I think this is perfect because now he's got time to recuperate from this beating and come back and freshen this thing up. And I have a feeling, and we'll probably see these two at SummerSlam. The timing's perfect.
The timing's perfect. This has been built up great for months now. It's interesting. You can't wait to see where it's going to go.